So, a very good evening, everyone. Uh, let's start our today's session about the commodities, and we are going to cover up a lot of things today. But we will start slow. What we will do is we will just talk about what news that is, very much important for us as traders to know. A lot of data is going to come out in this week. Yesterday, the flash services or PMI data came out for Europe and uh, UK and USD for dollar as well, for United States as well. And as the data suggests, it does not look very good, very much promising as such. And overall, it suggests that the industry as well as the services sector is also slowing down a little bit. And this gives us a grim picture of where we are standing right now. Yes, welcome everyone. Good evening. So it gives us a very grim picture of what is happening in the world economy right now. Okay, and this is not, a trader's opinion or trader's responsibility to stress over the global economic situation. We are traders and we go in the direction of the market. Our market is our friend, and if the market goes up, we buy and we go up along with the market. And if the market is going down, then we short and hold our positions until the market has decided otherwise, right? So it is overall a very very stable perspective right now of where we are headed. Despite lower inventories, a lot of commodities has seen a lower movement, a downward movement in the recent times, and it is quite concerning not only for those commodities, for the retail traders, but also to the institutional traders as well. Okay, so a lot of people having a very high earning in the very high positions, huge positions in the commodities. They are also worried about such a situation that despite a war going on, despite a lot of supply chain restrictions, still we have. Am I audible right now? Hello. Yes, I suppose. So, hello, hello. Okay, okay, okay. Never mind. I thought it is not audible because it is not showing here in the mute, in the speaking section. It is not showing kind of amplitude. No worries. So yes, we were talking about the overall market situation as such, and it looks quite grim on the outside. And recently, the news of recession again, and a lot of emphasis by a lot of top players in the market has been that we have to look forward to a very grim future. Uh, yes, and accordingly, we are going to see. Uh, the downtrend, we have not seen the downtrending market as such. It is just 8 months of downtrending movement, to be very honest. Uh, as we are talking, I suppose 8 to 12 months of downtrending market. We have not seen a bearish market at all. If we are seeing a bearish market, then it is completely what we have seen in the past 30 years. The bullish move in the past 30 years, it will be exactly the opposite in a bearish market. Now, how this downtrending position we can take, note of is that we have to be very careful while trading. Okay, and we have to know not just the indicator or not just the particular strategy, not just a particular, uh, moving average, but we need to know a lot of other things as well, like the economy, like the industry, and as well as the particular stock or a particular asset we are looking into. This stands true for cryptocurrencies as well, because cryptocurrencies have recently suffered a very strong blow in their volatility. So volatility has been nearly, sucked out of cryptocurrencies, but it is maintaining its value. That means a lot of important things. One of the important takeaway from the Bitcoin's chart is that Bitcoin has an intrinsic value, no matter what other people say. That is what I observe currently. That Bitcoin has an intrinsic value. Previously, it was suggested and it was quite harshly criticized Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, Ethereum or any other currency that is coming as it is not having an intrinsic value. It is just digital. It is not usable, right? It is just used for transactions to bypass the banking system and use it as an alternative transaction mechanism. But cryptocurrencies are now seeing uh, such a consolidation which was not, you know, foreseen. Uh, I will show you, although this is the commodities section, we'll first go through all these commodities that we have here. And later on, we will pick up certain other asset classes and we will see the chart. We try to analyze what is going on. We will try to see what exactly needs to be happening from that particular trading strategy. So, yeah, so let's start with the So, not much today. Just we need to know today's agenda, where we are going, and we are supposed to do this. So, again, commodity we will go through every single commodity and we will see the important levels that support with what patterns it can do technical analysis that we have done in the past weeks, past few months, I would say, not weeks. And we will try to analyze what is going on. Correct. So this is our current scenario, and this is the agenda of the market for the today's session. That is, we will go through oil, and then the other both the types of oil, that is Western Texas Intermediate and the UK Brent oil, obviously. Next, we will see the silver, what it is doing right now, then copper, then platinum, palladium, then gold dollar and gold euro. Okay, I saw some divergences between gold dollar and gold euro. Let's check those out. Okay, so let's start our session with oil. Oil has been in news for quite some time. Okay, and this is because of the overall condition in the market and overall fears in the market, the panic that has set in. But currently, as the what is this? Okay, yes, yes. Okay, so let's start. Currently, let's start with the oil itself. So there are two variations in oil. First is the Western Texas Intermediate, this one, WTI. Okay, and this is the American standard for crude oil. Okay, and the other one is Brent. Now, Brent is basically UK standard, United Kingdom, and I've done something here. Let's just clean everything up. Okay, so we'll see where the trend is overall, where the momentum is going on, what we need to be aware of while trading such commodities, right? And we will see it all together in today's session. So let's start with the Western Texas Intermediate, that is UK, US, or USD. So this is something that I've done previously. Okay, done. So this is the chart, price chart. This is the daily price chart. So in order to get a further review of where it is heading, let's just change it to monthly. Now this is something which is not accurate. Someone would say that such, like, it is not feeling good, na? We don't see candles all forming on the screen. Then one might say that it is not good, yeah, it is not looking good. But I would deny that, and I would say that this is absolutely crucial. Okay, it is an absolutely crucial time frame, monthly time frame, because if we are trading at say 5 minute time frame, then you see a lot of noises. Look at this. Look at this, how many noise it is having. So it is very hard to analyze such a huge price history with a very small tiny microscope. Okay, if you are if you are trying to see sun through a microscope, you won't be able to see it, obviously, right? You won't be able to see it. But what if you are seeing it through a proper telescope or a proper instrument which is making us see the whole sun at one time? So we can see then that which area to focus on, which area to click pictures of, right? Accordingly, in technical analysis as well. Now, can somebody say what is going on here? If somebody can just type in, if you see 5 minute time frame of WTI, can you see what is happening right here? Okay, we'll just change it to monthly. We'll start, and I will just see whether somebody answers or not. Okay, what did we just see right now in this particular scenario? In the 5 minute time frame, it has been just been formed, although it is just $1 difference, 50 cent difference, not that much also. 80 to 85 to 83.5, so almost $1 difference we can see, right? 50-60 cents. But what is going on? Can somebody understand what is here? All right, let's highlight this portion. What is happening here? Can somebody say what is going on the 5 minute time frame? I would be really delighted because we have covered this in the previous live streaming session, I suppose. And I had told you how to recognize such a thing. And this is basically a pattern that we are talking about right now. This is a very important pattern. It usually works in the market. Although it is a 5 minute time frame, let's just look at how 5 minute time frame trading is also done. Okay. Now we can see that this is a failed dub- double bottom. It can be failed because we have not seen a downwards momentum here. It is failed because it has not been able to push through this neckline. Let's just draw some things so that I can show you what I'm talking about, right? So this is the thing. Let's check this one out and see this one. Okay, let me just, oh god, switch on the magnet first and then let's try. Okay, this has been the movement. Then it went up, put back, it went all the way up, and then it is struggling to move out of this range. Now, what is this range? It's struggling right now. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Yes. Now our overall portion is complete, our pattern is complete in understanding what is happening. Okay, I just want people to remember that this is a double bottom or a W formation or whatever you can call it. Just remember, if you see such a thing, then you have to remember that this is a very important pattern. Although it is on a 5 minute time frame, you can scalp or something like that on this particular time frame. What we are seeing here is a very strong resistance on this particular through this particular line, and the resistance is around 83,361. It's a very strong resistance. It is not being able to breach this. Once it breaches this successfully, like it tried to in this particular candle, just when we started 5:30 p.m. candle. Okay, so this is a failed attempt at moving outside of this neckline. This is called a neckline. Okay, it has not been able to breach this particular point, and it is coming down. So let's see if it can be changed into a successful breakout and it goes up like this, the way it is supposed to. Okay, the way it is supposed to. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue our procedure. This one was 5 minute time frame. I just wanted to show because certain interesting things catch our attention, isn't it? Here also we can see a, a pattern here. If somebody can see this pattern, they can answer which pattern they see here. Okay, although it has not performed anything very crucial, but it has somehow it looks like a pattern, right? Next, let's go on to the monthly time frame to see what's happening here. Okay, what's happening? This is a monthly time frame. Although it looks very small amount of candles, but it covers a lot of time. Okay, so this is the condition right now. We have drawn a simple trend line using the trend line tool here, and we are seeing where the price is headed. First, we see it is a very successful breakout here. If we move this out, we can see another updated trend line. But what we have to see in this month, if you're talking about in this month, this candle should be a red candle. Okay, and look how it has tried to cover this particular position and taken a huge resistance at this point. Look at this, just few units, few pips shy of this resistance level, 93,305, and this high is 92,600. Okay, so this is the way technical analysis is working right now. It has not been able to breach this resistance. Okay, and it was a very strong candle, this one. Look at the movement, negative of 10.47%. So it looks like as if the price continues, if it wants to continue downwards, there are two conditions here. Okay, if it wants to move downwards, then this candle should be red, another red candle, another red month, and another red month, probably somewhere here. Then we can say that confirmed it has been converted, and confirmed it is a breakout. That means a cross under here, right? Apart from that, another situation can be looking at the economic positions and economic understanding of the geopolitical situation right now. This can also be a likely course. Okay, this is a monthly time frame, so remember, this is not a trading advice. This is just a overall outlook of what it is going to do. Okay, this one is the first position that it may go to, or this may also happen. Okay, this may get converted into a bearish pullback. It can be a pullback. If it goes all the way down, then it can be other troubles for oil holders, I would say, holders, right? Those who are holding position in oil, this is the current scenario. I've already told you the level. Next, let's move on to the levels, how to find out. So let's convert this into a Fibonacci retracement levels, where the retracements are working, where they are not working. Let's see. So if you see, okay, oh my God. You see, if it is going down, it is going to retrace at certain levels. Okay, and these levels are called Fibonacci levels, and Fibonacci levels are very interesting tool, not just helpful, not just profitable, but very interesting as well. Okay, how interesting? Because it is based on golden ratio, and it is based on a particular concept which is very very interesting. Throughout the nature it is present, and throughout the nature we assume it and we see it every single day, and yet we bypass it. It is called golden ratio, and it is based on the series designed by a I suppose Italian mathematician. It's called Fibonacci. He was from some place. I don't remember his name. Very sorry. So as to give him credit for his work, but however, we are using his name. So hail him as well. So look at this particular position, how it has taken support on this level, which is 77, 78, 155 at this level. Okay, so this is the support which is working right now as well on the monthly time frame. Okay, so let's see this one. right? It closed above. It went down, but it closed above this particular support. What does it mean? That it has certain form of bullishness in here, and this level is acting as a support. It is acting. That is why it has happened. That the price went and covered upside, and it has closed here. Okay, open was this, and there here it was the closing, right? So this is a very 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 typical position in oil, I would say, very typical position. Now let's convert it to let the drawings as it is, okay, and see where we are headed right now. Okay, so the first resistance that we talked about was this one that I already showed. The next would be somewhere around 96,575. Okay, if it needs to go up, which is a possibility, but looking at the current scenario, both the possibilities are as likely as it can be. Okay, so if it wants to go down, it has to breach this point. Okay, very strongly it has to breach, successfully it has to breach, not like this, because see here what has happened. Look at the price action and understand. This was a particular candle which has taken support on this level, and it has went up and closed here. Every candle is very very interesting in this scenario. Okay, every candle, we need to read candle in order to understand. Okay, next one was open from here, and it closed all the way up. But the question is, was it able to cover all the way up here and close above this support or resistance at this time? It has not. But in the next day, on 20th of September, we saw a very huge candle all the way up here, and it closed above this support level, which meant that there was some hope for oil and it is going to go up. Okay, so this is how you trade. This was a false breakout. If we are considering this as an important support level, then this was a false breakout, what we call as. It is very important to note false breakouts, because false breakouts happen all the time on smaller time frame as well, and on larger time frames as well. It is just that we have to react to it accordingly. You don't have to jump in every time the trend line is broken or support level is broken. Okay, so this is the situation right now. It is looking as if it is consolidating. Some spinning tops are being formed. Today also it is a bearish day, negative 1.4%, but we can see certain revivals in oil as well. Okay, for now. So this is the condition. I've told you this levels as well. So let's move on to something else. Okay. We have seen US oil. Now we will see Brent. Okay. Just give me a moment. Okay. So let's start with the UK, and I suppose everyone can see the screen. Okay, yes. Good. So along with that, we have seen how that monthly chart is working. The similar can be done here as well. To know the, obviously the levels will be different, so we need to reiterate what we did there. So let's just quickly map out the same diagrams. Now you will see the difference between UK and the US oil. Okay, both have different standards. This one is a more promising trend line. Can somebody say why? Because we have got a confirmation points everywhere. Okay, it has been confirmed by this particular candle, so it is a very good trend line, I would say. The slope is also perfect. Moving on, look at this breakdown and look at this res a movement upside, a very hopeful movement upside, because it is not looking like a candle that is supposed to go up. Okay, it is still looking like a candle which is supposed to go down, which is going to take the price action down. Okay, what will happen is it's already above the close. Okay, if you will see very closely, let's convert it to daily so that we can understand properly. Look how it is playing, and it is struggling with the trend line. Okay, look how it is struggling. First took a support around this region, then it went up, then it went consolidated in some this position. It is a daily time frame, okay? So every day it was a very choppy session. Every day it was a struggle. Then it went down. Now these two candles could have been a nightmare for traders, okay? Seeing these two candles, one would have thought and one would have everything he would have put in into a short trade, okay, including me if I would have seen it. But what we need to see is a third candle. That is very important, okay? Third candle was completely bullish candle. There was no lower wick, okay? There was no lower wick. Almost, yes, look at this. There is no lower wick. Open was 83,847. 83,796 was low. We can't see that wick as well. So there was very little difference. And look at how it has covered all the way up, and then it has went up and up and up. Right. So once you figure out that this is a false breakout, you can also take a position in that particular situation. But this is not a trading advice. Okay. I'm just giving you a little hint of what is to be done. You have to always remember that. Next, the price is moved up, then it is again struggling here. So currently also it is struggling. Today also it was struggling, and today's resistance, if you knew, was around this point 93,868. So single trend line which was made on a monthly chart can give us so many opportunities. Just a single trend line. I have not used any indicator as such. Look at this trend line. Very simple to join this point and this point. This I have done on December 21st, like even before the start of the month, but still it is providing me so much of opportunities. Just look at this. I knew if I saw the trend line and it is struggling with this particular position, then I would have kept a position here, 93, the level that you can see. Let's just zoom in and जो बचा है वो भी देख लेंगे, right? So it has already reached this point. Look at the intersection of the trend line and the price action. That will be the resistance for our working, for our trading, right? So just like here, okay, 93 870 around, right? So this is the resistance for the day. If it goes up above the trend line and it closes very strongly, the next day is a green candle which opens in above the trend line, then it can be considered. I will show you how it has done, how it has been done. Look at this situation. This candle closes above the trend line. Next candle starts above the trend line and ends above the trend line. Both the things. Now this is a confirmation. Okay, you could have taken a position here. Okay, like this at the start of the day, or even lower positions. Obviously, keep losses, keep stop losses, and remove the magnet first. That we can almost earn. I will keep it around the previous low, right? So around here, and we can earn some decent amount of pips here. Okay, so this is first position. Now if it repeats here, that is something that we need to understand, because the price is very low, the resistance is quite high. We could have kept a limit position here, and it would have went down. So this is how the trend line is working right now. Every single day you have to update the resistance. However, it looks very choppy right now. Okay, this is very choppy now, up down up down up down. It is not able to decide one side where it has to go. That is a big trouble for us as well as for those who are trading along with us, right? And the fundamental factors are also not giving us much things to work with. Okay, so let's just draw one more thing and we will conclude the oil wala part. Okay, wait a second. Okay, now it's better. So if we are trying to understand the overall position here, let's do this as well. Why leave this? Okay, and this one is the situation with this trend line. It is showing another resistance part here. If it crosses this resistance, this might be the case of another resistance. Okay, accordingly the Fibonacci can be used, other ways can be used in order to understand other support and resistance points, okay, the levels. But this is quite important, these two trend lines and the intersection of the price level along with this trend line is very very crucial because it has been working, and it is very very choppy right now, which makes us not only vulnerable, but also we are kind of greedy right now. Now such a false breakout which I've just shown, it is called a bear trap. Okay, this is a new thing that I might have to tell you. This is almost a bear trap. Okay, where people have shorted their positions, kept a stop loss, and the stop loss have gotten hit because the price was going up. These two candles are still an example, a remnant that this is a bear trap. Here, people shorted in huge quantities, their stop losses got hit again and again. Okay, and the pricing came up all the way to this point 99, and then it went down again. A choppy session has started. We cannot understand where it is going. Okay, so it is kind of a uh, the both the situations I have already told you. I told you uh, the levels as well. Okay, currently it is faring above the level. It went all the way above this level, and it has come down back. Okay, now it is covered somewhere up. Okay, let's see another situation. Okay, let's see. Look at this position which we were just discussing recently. This is US. USO. Okay, yeah. I just asked you know what pattern this is. Look at how precise these patterns work, and this is why I have full faith in technical analysis. Okay, I just drew this right, and it looks absolutely fantastic, and it has worked 100%. Look at how the movement has traveled upside. I've told you this will be the moment, and we have seen it as well. What you need to do is you already know what you need to do. This is 5 minute time frame for those who play intraday and short term traders. This is very good situation for those people. Okay, I just highlighted this because this looked very very promising. Okay, this looked very definitive. That is why I asked you what was this, and we have seen. Now looking at this candle also, we can cover our position, or we could have covered a position waiting and just letting it go rise up. Okay, keeping a stop loss, we could have covered a position trailing the price action itself. So let's see how much it will go up. And we have just seen that it has broken down. We were discussing something, and we have come up live discussion, and this has been the position right now. Okay, this is how it works. And yeah, so we have seen the magic of technical analysis, right? So and a very observant eye is required. Okay, a very observant and a practically very experienced eye is required in order to understand such a thing. Okay, beforehand, because this is very early signal na? Now if I apply MACD also, or any other indicator, it will tell me after it has confirmed it. Let's say RSI, right? Wait a second, just a moment. If any particular movement has been identified, look at this, it has identified here only, but we need another confirmation at this point, because resistance could have taken us down from here. Both the situations could have happened. Okay, this situation could also have happened. This is called a failed double top or double bottom. This situation could also have been the case, but it has not. So those who have entered late, they could have entered in this particular position, and it has went up. Let's see how long it will sustain. Okay, how long it will go. Okay, there's a fight between both the sides because these two candles have been very strong. Let's start with another pair that we discussed. I suppose it was copper. Okay, let's see copper. Now, copper is something very, very, interesting, because the fundamental factors, the fundamental news is saying something else, and copper is saying something else. Okay, so let us just see the daily time frame of copper. It has again entered into a small consolidation here, and I hate consolidations, to be very honest, because the market is not deciding what to do. That is the question here, and accordingly, a very steep downflow. Let's just see it very carefully now. You can see there is a tabletop kind of formation here. This is not a formation, to be honest. This is just my terminology, that it has went up from this level only. It went all the way up. It has taken resistance on the same levels. Okay, multiple levels, multiple times. It has taken the resistance here and it went all the way down. Okay, so there was something in here. There was something that was consistently telling us that there might be bearish consequences of such an action. Okay, now it has happened and it is currently trading at 335. Okay, now let's see how we can make sense of it all. Okay, now this is a proper trend line wala position where it has went all the way down. Let's see if I draw a trend line. Okay, this one is a horizontal line. First, switch to the trend line option. Find a candle which will give you the most number of touch points. I say this one, or if you will tell, okay, sir, you have used extra candles just to show early signals, but no, let's use this one. We have multiple touch points, 1 2 3 4 5 6, whatever, right? And this is the trend line that we have achieved. Now look at this triple red triple red candles after a breakout. This is a very, very strong confirmation for those who want to play it safe. Okay, first. Next thing is that if you see such a consolidation, look at this particular position. Okay, if you're talking about such a consolidation, we have to draw something like this. Okay, now this is a pattern inside another pattern. Okay, so the highs and lows we are already aware of. What we are not aware of is this, that this rectangle is going to make us rich. Look at this. Okay, now once it goes down all the way down here and it breaks through this point, I already know that time has come for a bearish movement, and it has gone all the way down till this point from 397 to 312, right? So it is quite a moment. Just give me a moment. I've just seen it. Hello, am I audible now? Or was the whole silver wala part is missing? There was no sound in that. Okay. Was everyone able to hear what I said in the silver section, silver analysis? Okay. Okay. Now, okay, which means the silver was completely mute or what? I suppose. Okay. Okay. So I will just show you again the levels and all. And shortly, we will cover it up. Where was it? This was the moment that I just showed, na? Okay. The short-term levels, if you can see, you can just collect this and this one. So reverse it, I suppose. No, 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 no. This one is supposed to be here and reverse. Okay, now it is visible. Now you can see these levels. Okay, it is actually working very finely. Look at this particular resistance, 19654. Then it went down from this point, and this is a daily candle. Okay, so you will get a lot of opportunities when you will go down to the smaller time frames. You will see clearly, clear cut such resistances. Look at this. Look at this. How beautifully it is working. Okay, if you will go down to smaller time frames, you will get to know how it is working. Okay, it has been थोड़ा सा हिल गया शायद. Oh my God. Okay, this one is better. However, the Fibonacci scale has moved. I will just sort that out first. Moved a little upside. Okay, this one is the position right now. This one is the position. Okay, good. Now we can see 30. If we are moving down, we will see how it is taking a support in this region. Look at this. All the all the red candles stop at this position in this particular zone. Okay, that is why it is very, very important to know how to draw levels. Look at this point, how it has taken a support very well. This went all the way up, faced resistance here, and it went down. Again, faced resistances multiple times. Again, faced. It has passed its true test here. Okay, it has went up from this particular point. It has tested resistances all the way till this point. Okay, it has fought very hard. Okay, to gain some pips. It has fought very, very hard, and it has taken multiple supports also, right, at this particular position, this one. Okay, so let's just move on to another part. Really sorry, I didn't know that the mic wasn't working. Now I suppose it is fine. uh, don't worry about it. I'll just continue because I've already shown you the levels as well. So platinum, let's go for platinum, where it is and how it is, whatever it is. Okay, now this is the 30-minute time frame. Let's change it to monthly time frame. Okay, this is something else. I'm seeing the daily time frame now. Again, this is something that I don't want to see when I'm opening a price chart. Okay, why? Because this is something that I cannot make sense of. If I'm seeing something just like I saw in the USO USD 5 minute ka time frame, I saw double bottom. I want to see certain things. Okay, but this is not telling me anything. It is just a choppy session. What will I do in this particular situation? However, we'll try to make some sense out of it. We are trying to change our position and just move on to the level that we can assess here. Move to a stronger magnet because this is not working at all. Weak magnet is not working. Okay, I think this might work. Okay, good. Just to see that levels are working absolutely fine. Okay, look at how the price has taken resistance. It has went down all the way here. I suppose we need to reverse it, I suppose, so that we can see better. I will just reverse it. Now look at this. It is more clear now where it is taking support, resistance. Then it has went down here and it is broken out. If you can just zoom in, so all these are levels. You can trust these levels because these are working very very well. Okay, this was a choppy session because it was in the zone itself. Okay, 76.4 and 78.6, very important levels in Fibonacci retracement. Then it went all the way down to support in this region. What does it suggest? That whatever we have done is worth to be executed. Okay, it is worth to be trusted. Again, it has proven here. It has proven not here but in this particular position where it is just roaming around in these zones between these two levels. Again we are seeing the same position, support resistance. Now again resistance was taken in this position and now the price is moving down. So such range trading also we can do. It's called range trading. We have found two levels. We can trade in that range. Okay. Although there might be certain false breakouts like this. So we need to be aware about this and we need to stop losses. We need to place accordingly. Okay. We can believe it and we can wait for confirmation other than this particular thing. But these are the levels and you have got it. And it's working perfectly fine. We saw resistance in around 940, 951, and is going down 906. Good enough pips for us to work on platinum. Let's go on. I suppose the time is up. I'll just do palladium and we will. Okay, the time is quite up. So we will convert this session and I'll stop the screen for now. Thank you very much for joining in. And again, I'm saying that these levels were for your educational understanding, how to draw levels, okay, how to understand the market and not to trade. Okay, this completely depends upon you how to trade and when to trade. That is completely your discretion and your complete risk is on you. But I was just teaching you where the market is and how the levels are, where the levels are, right? So thank you very much for joining in. You can use these levels on a very long time frame as well because that is why I've used a very long time frame. And we can see that multiple people can be taking notes from this. So thank you very much for joining in and take care everyone. Happy trading. Okay.